My name is Brett Andies. I'm a professional dog trainer for 30 years, and I'm here with Rex. He's a 4-year-old Husky mix, and what I want to demonstrate is how to teach your dog the heel command to promote loose leash walking and to help with any kind of walking related issues like pulling, lunging, or reactivity you may be struggling with your dog. What I also want to show you is the right type of equipment makes all the difference. So if you notice here with Rex, I'm using a slip lead, and what this is a special type of leash that keeps the collar portion up high behind his ears. Too many people nowadays are using either a collar that does not fit properly or even a harness with a dog that has that potential for pulling and lunging, and what you're triggering, and many of you may be struggling with this, it's called the opposition reflex. That's what they put on these dogs when they want to teach them how to pull sleds up in Alaska. But if you're wanting to walk your dog through your suburban neighborhood, what you want to do is have something up high behind your dog's ears so that they're able to tune in with the leash versus trigger that opposition reflex, which causes them to tune out. So the heel command, all it is simply teaching your dog to follow your heel. What you want to do is designate a side that you're going to walk your dog on, and then we're going to teach them with that command how to stay at that side, checking in and keeping a loose leash while you're walking together. The first step of teaching the heel command is we want to introduce a high value treat to build engagement. And what that means is I want a dog, as we're seeing, engaging me whenever I have this treat presence, because that's the idea that if he learns that if he checks in and gives us some attention, he might get some of the good stuff. And that's why you want to use a very high value treat that's just isolated for your training, so it can be used as a very strong motivator for your dog. So now what I'm going to do is show you how to teach your dog the heel command. And the reason why you want to do this is to keep your dog focusing physically and mentally behind you. This is what's going to teach your dog not to pull, not to lunge, not to overreact when you encounter other dogs or distractions when out on a walk. And what it's doing is teaching him that when we tell him heel, is that the attention can be here, not always 10 steps ahead, which is if you have a dog who's been pulling, lunging, you're struggling with leash reactivity, this is the means to resolve it. You want to teach your dog to keep their attention engaged with you in a command, in a position while you're moving together, and trusting your leadership. This is what makes you a pack leader, is by having your dog check in with you at a time where they don't know what to do. So let me show you how to teach the heel command. So we're going to get him on our side here, and with my first left step, I'm going to tell him heel. And the goal of this is to keep his attention with me, and anytime he engages me in that position on my left slide, slightly behind me, I'm going to give him the reward. And as we practice this, the goal is to initiate the command heel and have him hold his attention for longer periods of time, to encounter more distractions while he's checking in, and then he'll get more rewards as he improves upon the engagement that we're working on through the command. Okay, so now that we taught how to engage our dog with the heel command, the next step is to teach the automatic sit. So what we want to do is get our dog walking with the heel, and then when we stop, we want to give them the command to sit and then lure up over their head with a treat into the position and reward them when we get there. And then, like any command, once he's in that sit, he should be maintaining that position and intermittently checking in with me until I tell him the next command to transition into, or a release command to let him know that he's off duty. So now that we taught the steps to the heel command, how to build attention engagement in the position we're walking in, how to do the automatic sit when we stop, we want to teach the last step. And what that is, that's the release command. What that is using a command, I like to use the word okay, to signify to the dog that they no longer have to remain in the command that we gave them. So I want to show you how you can use the okay, the release command, to give your dog a break when you're out walking with the heel, to tell them it's time to go potty, take a sniff break, and give them a little bit more freedom and release them from the actual command they're in. So we have Rex here. I want to engage him in the heel, and we're going to walk. And then we get to our designated spot where we're going to give him a break. So I do the automatic sit, I get him to check in one last time, and then with the cue, okay, it tells him that he can now get up from command and he doesn't have to remain there anymore. And what I like to do though is still have him respect the leash. So he can go off on his own, he can roam, but he still has to keep a certain amount of slack and lack of tension when he has that freedom. So you want to teach him, if he does start pulling a little too much in the wrong direction, we're just going to go walk the other way. And then when we actually want to tell him it's time to resume our walking back into the heel, I'm just going to re-engage him. So I'm going to tell him heel, get his attention, and now we're back in command, walking away from the situation where he had his release time. So now that we've taken the steps to teach our dog the heel command, the engagement and the position on our designated side, the automatic sit, how to release them to give them their breaks in between our walking exercises, now we want to apply this. And the best time to teach your dog and apply the heel command is on your actual walks. So what you want to do is you want to use this as a way to teach your dog to walk with you in your neighborhood. Or if your dog is struggling with pulling, lunging, a reactivity issue, this is how you're going to teach your dog a replacement behavior to overcome these very severe problems that you may be struggling with. So you want to put the time in, but the best time to do it is where you actually want to teach your dog these skills. And this goes for any kind of training exercise. You want to make this applied and teach your dog how to listen in real life situations.